Yeah, so we are T3 days, I think, from flying out to Utah. It's been a really good build. Really stoked with how things have been going. It's been quite a long summer of training, and it's been, I guess, so you're off and on a little bit with a few races getting cancelled, but it's been a really consistent last 8-week block in the lead into this race. And I think the big thing at the moment, what we're doing, which is probably a little bit different or something that I've learned in the past, is probably trying to recover before getting on the plane, before traveling. And it's probably not a very natural thing as an athlete to do, is to take time off, especially when you're leading into a big World Champs race, other than your final taper. But I guess, yeah, we made the decision that it's been a big kind of block of training, and I was in a really good place, and that the best thing that we could do was to be really well recovered, travel, and then be able to get some quality training in when I get to the States, and I'm in the right time zones. So yeah, been taking it pretty easy for the last 3 days, and got a couple more kind of lighter days before I jump on the plane. And yeah, just been working, I guess, hard on trying to take that time out. I tend to find myself watching hunting and fishing shows quite a lot. I don't really watch movies for some strange reason, but yeah, to sit here and watch some TV. Marketplace entertains an hour or two of my day, probably. Real crackers. Okay. I got a giant jig to see it yesterday, actually. $100. Probably could have just made it myself, but she did polyurethane it all, so it's semi-waterproof. It wasn't a bad buy, really. You played it, eh? It's good? Work?
Yep.
Yeah. Probably a long time polyurethane them. Be quite painful, kind of boring. Yeah, I would have done it back in the day. But, you know, I've got smarter and wiser in my old age. Here's the ring. He's working hard. Look at him. Chipping away. He doesn't stop, this guy. My old training partner was called the Rang, and then he decided to quit triathlon and become a maintenance man. And he was our maintenance man, but then we had to sack him because we brought the Rang. He's a lot more reliable than Rang number 1. But he probably doesn't do quite as good a job. He's just very consistent on his job. He's out there every day. Rain, hail, or snow, he'll be into it. Right, so this is the Currie High Performance Recovery Centre. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. We've got the hot tub, and that's been crafted a few different ways. I actually made that out of a beer brewing vat and put a fireplace in it, and then the fireplace was a bit high maintenance, so I ended up putting a gas califont on it. It was pretty cool. We used that a bit, and then we got this barrel sauna, and this is the last addition, is the ice bath. Kids have been in here today throwing ice around, but it's definitely pretty cold at the moment. Yeah, so we've been definitely working with these two a lot. Over the years, I've used saunas a lot, and probably for a few different reasons. I think for me, some of my best results have come after doing a lot of heat work, and whether it's for a hot race environment or whether it's just to get those kind of blood plasma gains, I find a lot of value in it. So normally about this time, 3 weeks out, as the training volume starts to ease up, the saunas become more regular, and I'll get to a point where I'm probably saunaing pretty much every day, 20 minutes, half hour, 80 degrees, sometimes 90, so a pretty hot sauna. I probably shouldn't go that hot, but I like it, so it's what I do. A few different gains that I reckon you get from it. So is that blood plasma volume, the ability to carry more fluid, stay more hydrated, and yeah, I guess use that in the race. And then probably just the general like health benefits that you get from saunaing. Swedes are big fans, Euros, of saunaing, and there's some really cool research to show the health benefits that you get from saunaing. And for me, working in saunaing with the ice bath, I get probably 2 gains from it. I think going hot to cold, you get that like flushing of the muscles, and I guess the whole kind of nervous system reacts to it, and you get kind of a really, I guess, relaxed sense of feel afterwards. And I think after big sessions and that, you've got to be really careful with using saunas when in a high training volume. They do have a lot of, I guess, fatigue or impact when you're in a big block, and you've got to make sure that you are hydrating and stuff after them. But yeah, that sensation that you get from going hot to cold, I guess is the physical and really the mental element of it. I think the mental element's a really unique and interesting one, and probably as a athlete it's quite a cool tool. So I guess that self-control and ability to turn down the physical response to what's going on, and kind of overpower that with your mind. And you can't deny, like when you get in an ice bath, you want to jump out straight away. I'm not tough, I just want to bail ship and get out of it, and you think this is impossible, and then you sit in there for 5 more seconds and you start breathing through it, and then you think, oh, this is fine, I can handle this, and then 10 seconds later you're ready to bail out again and jump ship. And it's funny how, the body just like, you actually feel like you freak out, like you just instantly want to like jump out of it and bail ship, because it's not a natural feeling or physical kind of feeling that the body's going through. But yeah, like mentally you can kind of turn that down and control it, and breathe through it, get through it, and then jump out. I'm no Wim Hof. I don't do 3 or 4 minutes in there off the bat, but I definitely do enjoy the physical and a mental kind of side of ice baths and heat work. And I think the heat works really well for racing and the lead up to racing. So yeah, it's good. It's good that we've got some lighter days and we've been able to use these facilities and get the recovery, but also enjoy downtime in them. Yeah, that's a wrap. On the week of recovery, and looking forward to heading to the States and getting into some racing. I think next week we are having a look at the new Felt IA 2.0 and a bit of the race setup on that. So catch you next week.